வணக்கம், எல்லாரும் எப்படி இருக்கீங்க? சாப்பாடுலாம் எப்படி இருந்துச்சு? சூப்பராக இருந்துச்சுல. ஸோ நானும் ரொம்ப நல்லா என்ஜாய் பண்ணேன். வடை, இட்லி, சாம்பார் அண்ட் எவ்ரி திங். என் லாஸ்ட் பேரை தான் எல்லாரும் கேட்டோடனே கொஞ்சம் இப்படி கொஞ்சம் என்ன வாட்ஸ் த ஸ்டோரி பிஹைண்ட் ஹர் லாஸ்ட் நேம் வாங்க. நான் ஒன்லி டைம் என் லைஃப்பில் லாஸ்ட் நேம் யூஸ் பண்ணது என் மெடிக்கல் ஸ்கூலில். அதனால தான் நான் என்னை யாரும் ரேக் பண்ணலை. Dawood. It's my dad's name. But இன்னொரு தடவை வந்து when I have to keep explaining is when people do business with our company. என்கிட்ட கேட்க மாட்டாங்க, பக்கத்தில் இருக்கிற ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ்டேயோ இல்லை என் காலீக்ஸ்டேயோ இஸ் ஷி பை எனிவே ரிலேட்டட் டு Dawood அப்படிம்பாங்க. So anyway, so nice to be here. I'm going to talk about vendorship and also about government contracting. எவ்வளோ பேர் தமிழ் இங்கே பேச மாட்டீங்க? I know for sure my team members don't, but எல்லாரும் தமிழ் பேசுவீங்க. So I can occasionally, I'll speak more in Tamil and occasionally in English as well. Teluguum பேசிக்குவேன், கன்னடாவும் பேசுவேன். If you want, I can add that as well. So can you please open the presentation? Aru? Open aicha. Oh, great. Okay. Because they said I could see it here as well. I can see it here on the screen up front. I can't see it. Okay. Thank you. So good morning again. Vendorship வந்து எதனால ஓப்பன் ஆச்சுன்னா, I used to work in the government before. Before that there's a behind story. நான் வந்து மெடிசன் ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தேன் இந்தியாவில். I'm originally from Dindigul, and திண்டுக்கல்ல இருந்து I went to finish my medical school in Bangalore University. அங்கேருந்து அதுக்கப்புறம் மாஸ்டர்ஸ் பப்ளிக் ஹெல்த் UNC Chapel Hillல பண்ணிட்டு I became more interested in as Raj said, my passion. So you would not see me sticking to one field. Moved from medical to community medicine, community health, because I wanted to make a difference in the community. அதுக்கப்புறம் went into government. எவ்வளோ பேருக்கு இங்கே ட்ரீம் ஜாப்ல இருந்திருக்கீங்க உங்கள் லைஃப்பில்? ட்ரீம் ஜாப். I was in my dream job in the government. The best, the happiest person, because I had the authority, I had my passion, I was able to navigate through the system and make things happen for the people, right? So it was my dream job. Angarந்து political office ko run panne elections ku, and people are like inge US la vandu, yeah, it's if you are meant to be, then you will run for office. Through running for office also you will make a difference. So local city council ku run panne. Angarந்து I quit my government job because I was also in the political arena, and I will tell you why Vendorship was opened. Vendorship was open because I was the chief of staff for the county government. Anga irukumbodhu, so that's sort of the highest position under the chairman's office. So ella checks, behind closed doors, meetings, everything you will have access to it when you're in that position, right? Appo irukumbodhu I realized that many communities, especially I can say at least 70 to 80% நீங்க வந்து company own பண்றீங்க, இல்லாட்டி CEO இருக்கீங்க, இல்லாட்டி you have some sort of technology background, are not doing business with the government, right? அது நம்ம ஊர் பழக்கம், போலீஸ்டையும் கவர்மெண்ட் இருந்து தூரமா இருன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. நம்மள எப்பவுமே அப்படிதான் வளர்க்குவாங்க. But guess what I did? I purposely went into government. I also finished my police academy. இங்க local cityல வந்து community police academy in 2 years முடிச்சிருக்கேன். So I did what I felt like, my passion, my purpose. எப்பவுமே என்னோட purpose, Raj, as you mentioned, purpose. So what has driven me in my life is purpose, to connect people, to unite people, to educate people, to inform people, connect the dots. அதுக்கப்புறம் அதுவா எல்லாம் நடக்கும் ஃப்ளோ ப்ராசஸில். ஸோ அதுக்கு தான் வெண்டர்ஷிப் வாஸ் ஓப்பன்ட். வாய்? பிகாஸ் நான் கவர்மெண்ட்டில் இருக்கும்போது ஒரு ஆர்எஃப்பி வந்து வி புட் அன் ஆர்எஃப்பி அவுட். ஆர்எஃப்பி இஸ் ரிக்வெஸ்ட் ஃபார் ப்ரொபோசல். Government has money, and as you're going to see through the slides, government puts out projects, but it cannot give to a friend. It cannot give just because you're a friend. It was not going to give you a project. So you will go through, you will have to respond to it and the project. ஒரு RFP நான் வந்து around $200,000 budget என் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்டில் இருந்துச்சு. போடும்போது 2 people responded. It was for a technology, செந்தில் technology project தான். Very easy. I'm sure 100% of you would be able to take it up. பட் அந்த நேரத்தில் நான் அந்த பக்கம் இருந்ததுனால நான் வந்து உங்கள்கிட்ட காண்டாக்ட் பண்ண முடியாது. நான் காண்டாக்ட் பண்ணேன்னா என்ன ஆகும்னு சொல்லுங்கள் செந்தில், சொல்லுங்கள் என்ன ஆகும்னு. அப்படி காண்டாக்ட் பண்ணியிருந்தேன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க உங்களை, violation of policy, I would be behind bars. City of Atlanta procurement director is behind bars. ஜெயிலில் இருக்காரு. ஏன்னா அவருக்கு தெரிஞ்ச ஃப்ரெண்டுக்கோ யாருக்கோ பிரைப் வாங்கி கான்ட்ராக்ட் கொடுக்க பார்த்தாரு. ஸோ எந்த விதத்துலையும் இந்த ஊரில் வந்து இல்லீகலாவோ கம்ப்ளையன்ஸ் அகேன்ஸ்டாக எந்த ப்ராஜெக்டும் எஸ்பெஷலி கவர்மெண்ட்டில் பண்ணாதீங்க. So 2 people responded to that project. அப்போ வந்து எனக்கு சரி 2 people தான், 1 people got nulled. ஏன்னா 5 minutes லேட்டாக சப்மிட் பண்ணாங்க. So it got nulled. The second person did not meet the eligibility. So it was rejected. Ultimately my department ended with 0 contractor. Almost $300,000 wasted taxpayers' money because we staff put all the proposal scope of work together. We put everything together. But யாருமே கிடைக்கல. அப்போ தான் ரொம்ப vexed ஆயிட்டேன். Not just taxpayers' money wasted, கரெக்டாக the results-உம் வரல, outcome also இல்லை. So that's when my boss ran for City of Atlanta mayor, I said, let me quit in good terms. Government quit பண்ணி, I realized there was a gap. So I knew my niche area was in the government process, right? And because I had some, like Raj was mentioning, you need to have that, people should know you when you're starting. My strength was my network. I had credibility coming in from government experience. So Vendorship was open 6 years ago. This is our 6th year as I quit the government. And we are almost 80 to 90% women run. And so we do promote women entrepreneurship. And you'll see their faces. You'll see their faces in the last second slide. Can we move to the next slide, Aru? Thank you. So today, quicker, I'm going to spend more time in few slides. Not all the slides, because last year also you had my presentation. You heard it. இன்னைக்கு வந்து கொஞ்சம் ரியலிஸ்டிக்காக பேச விரும்புகிறேன் உங்கள்கிட்ட. ஓகே, இன்னும் 5 நிமிஷத்துக்குள்ள நீங்கள் எதர் கவர்மெண்ட்குள்ளே போகணுமா வேணாமான்னு டிசிஷன் நீங்கள் எடுப்பீங்க. வேணும்னா தான் இங்கே உட்காந்துருப்பீங்க, வேணாட்டி நீங்கள் வாட்டுக்கு சாய் குடிக்க போயிடுவீங்க. பெட் பண்ணலாமா? கவர்மெண்ட் கான்ட்ராக்ட் பண்ண வேணான்னு நினச்சிங்கன்னா you will go get chai. The others will listen to my presentation. Okay, so that is what I want to convince you. பண்ணணுன்னா ஸ்டெப் இன் பண்ணுங்க, ஃபுல்லாக நீச்சல் அடிங்க, விழுங்க. பண்ண வேணாட்டி வேணாமா வேணுமா வேணாமா வேணுமான்னு அதுதான் ரொம்ப மென்டல் டார்ச்சர். ஸோ டோன்ட் கோ இன் டு தேட். I think Raj's presentation was great for my presentation because I can use all his points now. He said you have to use the strengths to get into it. It's all risky business, right? But then when you know something is sustainable, get into it and understand. So that's what I'm going to talk about in the coming up slides. Next slide, please. Okay, we all know government has funding. Congressல இருந்து வருது, ஃபெடரல்ல இருந்து வருது, ஃபெடரல்ல இருந்து ஸ்டேட்ஸ்க்கு போகுது, ஸ்டேட்ஸ்லேருந்து கவுண்டிஸ்க்கு போகுது, கவுண்டிஸ்லேருந்து சிட்டிஸ்க்கு போகுது. ஸோ இதுலேருந்து உங்கள்கிட்ட என்ன சொல்லிட்டேன்? ஓ சரி ரேணு, உங்களை வந்து இந்த வருஷம் டேக்ஸ் பண்ண வேணான்னு உங்களுக்கு லெட்டர் வருமா? கவர்மெண்ட் வந்து இந்த வருஷம் நீங்கள் டேக்ஸ் கட்ட வேணான்னு சொல்லுமா? சொல்லாதில்ல ரேணு. அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? கவர்மெண்ட் கிட்ட எப்போவுமே பணம் இருக்க போகுது. எஸ் ஆர் நோ? ஓகே, இப்போ நான் கன்வின்ஸ் பண்ணிட்டேன், இனிமேல் நான் கன்வின்ஸ் பண்ண தேவையில்லை. நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்லைட். நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்லைட் ஆரு. ஓகே, ஸோ இப்போ வந்து டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ் உங்களை கன்வின்ஸ் பண்ண போகிறேன். ஃபெடரல் கவர்மெண்ட் hundreds and hundreds of departments, states 50 states, counties வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா almost 3,000, cities, municipalities, நம்ம ஊரில் முனிசிபாலிட்டின்னு சொல்வோம்ல, 36,000. I think it's still growing, continuing to grow every day. 100,000 public schools. நீங்கள் வந்து இப்போ டெக்ஸஸில் இருக்கீங்க எல்லாரும். அதுலேயே 254 counties, 1000 plus municipalities இருக்கு. இதெல்லாம் ஏன் உங்கள்கிட்ட சொல்கிறேன், ஏன்னா இது எல்லாமே ஒவ்வொரு செப்பரேட் என்டிட்டி வித் செப்பரேட் மணி, வித் இண்டிவிஜுவல் கவர்னன்ஸ், வித் இண்டிவிஜுவல் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ். 200,000 ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ் யாராவது ஒரு ஆக்சென்ச்சர் மட்டும் எடுத்துக்க முடியுமா? இந்த உலகத்துலேயே யாருமே அப்படி இல்லை, எல்லா ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ் எடுக்க. ஸோ எல்லா இடத்துலையும் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ் இருக்குது. ஓகே, ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ் இருக்கிறது, பணம் இருக்கிறத கன்வின்ஸ் பண்ணிட்டேன், ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ் இருக்கிறத கன்வின்ஸ் பண்ணிட்டேன். இப்போ வந்து நம்ம எந்த ஊரில் இருக்கோம்? ஹூஸ்டன். ஆஸ்டனில் வந்து ப்ராஜெக்ட் நடக்குதுன்னு நினச்சிக்கோங்க. ஹூஸ்டனில் ஒரு RFP போட்டால் போதுமா? போதாதில்ல. ஆஸ்டன்லேயும் அவங்க அதே RFP போடணும்ல. ஸோ அதே மாதிரி 1221 டைம்ஸ் சிட்டிஸில் ப்ராஜெக்ட்ஸ் வருது. டெக்னாலஜி ப்ராஜெக்ட்ஸ். Vendorship grew 200% during COVID because digital transformation was happening like crazy on the title. Okay, next slide please. Okay, இது வந்து just few seconds பார்த்துட்டே இருந்தீங்கன்னா ஃபெட்ரலில் 5 trillion ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணுறாங்க, ஸ்டேட்டில் லோக்கலில் டோட்டல் ஸ்பெண்டிங் எங்கேயாவது கம்மியாயிருக்கா? கம்மியாகல. ஸ்ரீதேவி, do you see anywhere the amount reducing? It's only increasing. Okay, so that is the trend, not just in federal but also in state, county and city spending. Okay, let's go to the next slide please. Okay, இங்கே எல்லாரும் I'm assuming 80-90% technology, right? Okay, either you're in the leadership team or you're in the operations or CIO of a company. So you can see almost state and local மட்டும். ஃபெட்ரலில் மறந்துடுங்க. ஃபெட்ரல் இப்போ நீங்கள் நியூ கிட் ஆன் த பிளாக்னா மறந்துடுங்க ஃபெட்ரல். ஜஸ்ட் திங்க் அபவுட் ஸ்டேட் அண்ட் லோக்கல். 178 பில்லியன் வரைக்கும் போய்கிட்டே இருக்கு. இந்த டயத்தில் there is almost 140 in billions being spent just for technologies in the technology space. இப்போ இதெல்லாம் மணி எங்கே இருக்கு? From my presentation, எங்க கூட பிஸ்னஸ் பண்ணுங்கன்னு சொல்ல I'm not here on stage to tell. Might be it is there, but know that money is there. Why aren't you getting that money? When you can, when you have the skill sets, when our community, especially Tamil community, I believe has higher ethics in work, இருக்கும்போது நீங்க ஏன் அந்த பணம் உங்களுக்கு உங்க கம்பெனிக்கு வாங்க கூடாது? Everybody else is getting. கான்ட்ராக்ட்லாம் எப்படி நடக்குதுன்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க? நீங்கள் நினச்சிட்டு இருப்பீங்க ஒரு ஃப்ரெண்டு இருக்காங்க அதனால கிடச்சிருதுன்னு. அப்புறம் எல்லாரும் அட்லாண்டா டைரக்டர் மாதிரி ஜெயிலுக்கு போக வேண்டியதுதான். Okay, next. So I've convinced you on many other levels. Okay, now let's talk about typical 3-month period. Typical 3-month period la recent digital transformation is on the rise, cloud computing is on the rise a lot, especially after COVID. Okay, cyber security la just 3-month period la across US we find around 100 projects. Okay, and then in IT solutions la almost 3,000 plus in any sector, ERP, SAP, anything that you can think of, whatever field you are in. Okay, so I just don't want to talk about technology, but I'm trying to show that there is other opportunities also. You don't have to be just in technology to do government project. Next one please. Okay, in the slide I'll know whether you're going to get up for chai or not. What are the why should you do business with the government? Are you a good fit? If you want, okay, நாங்கள் இந்த 5 வருஷத்தில் we've served more than 100 clients. We have served more than 100 clients. You know who were the top successful people who won projects? Raj, only leadership. It didn't matter even with their technology skills. If the leadership had a good vision and understood why they are in government, we saw those clients winning. So your leadership really matters. because நீங்கள் வந்து government hat போட்டுக்கணும், not commercial sector. Commercial sector na I'll go for coffee, we'll have a few drinks and we'll sign the contract. That doesn't happen in government. It is a slow, steady process, but when you're in it, you're going to get the piece of the cake. But you have to be in the playing field. You cannot be on the fence. Cricket பற்றி பேசினாங்க, நான் எப்போவுமே அந்த analogy தான் யூஸ் பண்ணுவேன். Because you cannot just jump into a cricket game and expect championship. You go from small city, state level, அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் national champions ஆகிறாங்க. Continuous practice, being in the playing field. Okay? Long-term contracts. Even staffing, if you place in government, 5 years of contract இருக்கும் அந்த கேண்டிடேட்க்கு. He'll be employed for 5, she will be employed for 5 years, long term. It's not 3-month project, 4 months projects, long term project. Okay? Recently I've been hearing a lot of economic disturbance irukku commercial sector la. But Renu just said tax வேணான்னு சொல்லவே சொல்லாது government. So obviously government is going to have the money. You will not see any economic fluctuations in the local or state or federal government. As soon as you say you have government contract, your company's visibility, credibility goes up. Right? Okay. இன்னொன்று வந்து because government is a lagger. அப்படின்னா சேல்ஸ் ஃபோர்ஸ்லாம் கமர்ஷியல் எவ்வளவோ ஃபாராக வந்துருச்சு. But in government sector only now it's catching fire. In the government sector, okay? So you have an opportunity to work with them because one city la Atlanta la Salesforce implement பண்றாங்கன்னா Athens, Alpharetta, adla பக்கத்து சுட்டு எல்லா ஊர்லயும் they will be implementing. I think last year city of Miami la வந்து around $10 million க்கு Salesforce implement பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. And we were helping our clients respond to that project. So just know there are opportunities, but you have to be in the playing field. வேணாமா வேணுமாங்கிறதுக்குள்ள அந்த ட்ரெயின் கிராஸ் சைட் போயிடும் அப்புறம். ஓகே, இன்னொன்று வந்து there are set aside programs also. The government projects, if you are a small business, disadvantaged business, there might not be too many competition for you for some set aside programs in the federal government. Okay, and then of course people talk about timely payment illa idu alla. Government has to pay whether in 1 month or 2 months. They will pay. So you might hear, what you hear about government mostly from your colleagues is just the negative connotations. You're not hearing the positive ones where they have become millionaires. Again, it's not just about the money, but it's about continuous sustainable revenue stream you've generated through government contracting. Okay? Okay. இப்போ வந்து city of Houston la let's say they want to transform their digital enterprise, so they're transforming into digital transformation and they're looking for a digital transformation consultant. Tell me who is not eligible in this room. Can anyone raise hand and say, I am not eligible to do this project? Yeah, open entry. யாரையுமே கவர்மெண்ட் வேணான்னு சொல்லாது. If you are good, if you have the solutions, you understand how to navigate, you can respond to it. Isn't it better than commercial? Because commercial வந்து ஐயோ அந்தால தெரியணும் இந்தால தெரியணும், எனக்கு அவரை காஃபி கூட்டிகிட்டு போகணும், இவரை டின்னர் கூட்டிகிட்டு போகணும், ட்ரிங்க்ஸ் எங்களையெல்லாம் யோசிச்சு பாருங்கள், நான் குடிக்க மாட்டேன், நான் யாரை எங்களை நான் ட்ரிங்க்ஸ் கூட்டிகிட்டு போவேன். ஸோ இமேஜின், பட் கவர்மெண்ட்டில் எனக்கும் ஈக்குவல் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி ஜஸ்ட் லைக் எனி ஆஃப் யூ. Okay, அதுக்கப்புறம் it is of course transparent process, though people say it is not. It is a good transparent process because I've been in the other side. I know how it can be more transparent as long as you are aware. Of course there are cons. அங்கங்க increased competition இருக்கும். But I just told you 200,000 entities-ல opportunities இருக்கு. Right? Okay. So you have to be in the right place at the right time with your skill sets. அதுக்கப்புறம் bureaucracy எந்த கவர்மெண்ட்ல இல்லை, எல்லா கவர்மெண்ட்லேயும் தான் இருக்குது bureaucracy. நீங்கள் அப்படியே நினச்சிட்டே உட்காந்துருந்தீங்கன்னா கவர்மெண்ட் ஸ்பேஸ் என்டர் பண்ணாமே நீங்கள் உட்காந்துருப்பீங்க. I am Pakka Tamil, I want my Tamil community to flourish as well in the government space. Okay? அதுக்கப்புறம் slow to show profit மாங்க, but commercial sector இப்படி போயிட்டு இப்படி வர்றதுக்கு பதில்ல இப்படியே போயிட்டு இருக்கிறது நல்லது தானே. You can still be in the commercial sector, but government sector you're stabilized. Next slide, please. யாரும் இன்னும் சாயாக்கு எந்திரிச்சு போகல. So I'm thinking something's going on, churning in your mind. Okay, let's talk about opportunities in technology. What are the projects that government is looking for? Web design, as you can see, CRM is on the rise. Cloud computing, cyber security is like topmost going on. Okay, and then of course they ask for IT professional consulting and staff augmentation. You all know all the stories of it. Imagine one public school running without technology consultant or technology tech person. Public school will not run. They do need technology, right? So you will see that in cities and counties and states also, they are looking for tech professionals. So if you are in the staff augmentation process, you might be the new kid on the block. But everyone who's successful today was a new kid on the block at some point, and they didn't give up. They still continued, right? Next slide. Okay, certifications. எல்லாரும் சொல்கிறாங்க certification is it important. இன்னொன்று என்ன சிரிப்பான இதுன்னா, when we ask people are you doing business with the government, you know what they say, business certification இருக்கு. Okay, so what are you doing with the certification? Federal GSA certification இருக்கு. நாங்கள் யார்ட்டையோ GSA பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. But the same people come to us after 2 years, எங்களுக்கு வந்து ரிஜெக்ட் பண்ணிட்டாங்க, ரெனியூ பண்ணலை. ஏன் பண்ணலை? Because they just sat with their certifications. They didn't do anything with the certification. Do you need a certification to do business with the government? Absolutely not. You don't need it, but it is a brownie point. It is a brownie point. Right? So you can go for it, you don't have to go for it, but that is not the requirement to do business with the government. Okay? So as I just want to go through quickly, federal government, the two programs we recommend usually, it's called GSA or 8A. 8A, if you're eligible, don't delay, go for it. Don't do anything else, just get into 8A first. Federal, if you're eligible. If your net worth is less than 850,000, go for it, because you will have opportunities for set aside programs. And very, very few people, especially the Indian community that we speak with, very, very few people are eligible for it. Because in a good note, everybody is flourished more than 850,000 worth, self-worth. Okay? Other certifications are WMB, which is women-owned minority business. California, you can get CMAS, right? And then, of course, you keep hearing about minority and women-owned. You can keep it. Okay, let me ask this question. How many of you are active hub certified company in Texas? If you are, I want to give business to you today. I just need to see someone come to our team. There's no monetary requirement. We are bringing you business. Only I need you to tell me you are hub certified active. If you are, please come see us. We are looking for hub certified partners. Okay? Okay. So again, another federal certification on the GSA. GSA is just like, in order to get into a marketplace, you need to be vetted through. If you get vetted through, then you get into the marketplace. Sariya? Okay, so now you all understood certification is not must, but it's okay to have, but not okay to be just have it and sit there and say I have a certification. You have to do things and activities after that. Next slide. Okay, this is one example of what you need to do. If you get a federal GSA certification, these are all the things you have to do. These are all the things you have to do. If you don't do it, there is no use. The government will take it away from you in 2 years. So there was no use for you to take the time, pay money, and get that certification. Okay? So these are things you ought to do. Next slide. Just give me 5 more minutes. I'll be done. This is the most important slide. Did I finish half an hour? No, I have like at least 25 minutes. Yeah, I saw the agenda. Thank you. So if you see, these are just quick examples I want to give for 5 firms. These are realistic firms, real firms who did business with us. Firm A started with $0. New company. $0 they started with. Within 12 months, being a new kid on the block, they were able to generate $150,000. Just a new kid on the block. $0, they opened the company right in front of our eyes. We helped them with the logo, we helped them with the website, everything. Within 1 year, following the strategies, they were able to get into $150,000, okay? Firm B had less than $250,000 per year revenue. Within 8 months, after submitting 8 RFPs, they were able to win that much. Firm C, 20 million revenue. They're only into federal, but after 18 months of churning, building relationship, responding to proposals, they were able to get 5 million. In the last 4 months, they won 3 contracts, 5 million, 4 million, and 3 million. So you can see the leadership didn't give up. Had they given up in 8 months, they wouldn't be here winning these big contracts. Okay, Firm D won the 40 million. Within 10 months, after submitting 8th RFP, their successful bid, and they were able to generate revenue of $300,000. Let's talk about Firm E, $111 million revenue. For 2 years, they submitted RFPs, didn't even win one project. The CEO came to us and said, we need help. Following our strategies, and we acted as their coach, within 2 months, they started winning left and right. So it's not just to say, make sure you have your best, you know the competition, you know which side you have to come out of the shore, and then get into it, okay? So the Firm E was able to win projects within 3 months because they already came with some history. Next slide, please. Okay, can I do this myself? Do I need help? Next slide. I'm sure all these are in your mind. You can actually do this yourself. These are all some of the process that happens. Someone to research, understand, train, right? Submit the proposal, write the proposal. I will give you, just come and talk to us. I'll give you the formula for doing it yourself. You just have to hire 4 people. If you want to do it best, just hire 4 to 5 full-time people to do this. If you want to do it yourself. But it's still going to take you 2 years if you hire people who don't know anything. 2 years of your time, frustration, we've seen that again and again happen. Or, next slide, do I need help? So when you work with professionals who know how to go and how to navigate the system, right? You're going to play with a cricket coach. They're teaching you exactly and everything. You can learn, you can do this in 4 months. All the documentation, whatever certification you need, preparing your proposal, content library, and responding to the right opportunity. You'll get lost. So people, professionals help you focus and strategize. Next slide. So what we call is Vendorship journey. We assist, and that's who we are. We are coaches. That's what our whole team comes from, with expertise, time, and skills. Instead of you hiring 4 to 5 people to take 5 years, you can work with professionals who can coach you exactly how to get there in a shorter term for many, many more years to come. We are building the foundation for you. And there are several steps that is needed. So you are hiring us for the cost of one instead of hiring yourself 4 or 5 team members. Okay, next slide. Vendorship, we call ourselves one-stop shop, providing end-to-end services to get into government contracting. For you, we identify the opportunities for you, we write the proposal for you, we submit the proposal. Business development also is something that we do for you. Next slide. Almost done, Kavya. So, as I mentioned, my purpose is to develop women and other entrepreneurs and bring entrepreneurs to the government sector. So as I said, we are heavily women growing company with women leadership, very committed and passionate about what we do. Next slide. So as I mentioned, there is also subcontracting opportunities. You can visit our website. Just enter your information. To become a subcontractor, there is no monetary involvement. So you can, as you can see in the vendorship.net subcontracting, you can always become a subcontractor working with us. But if you are an active Texas hub partner, please reach out to us, because there is a Texas staffing opportunity that is available, but we do need active hub partners for our current clients. Okay? Okay, next slide. I'm not going to go through the myth, because you already know. Whatever you thought in your mind, I have busted those myths. So hopefully you understand that you are eligible for government contracting, but you have to be in the right place at the right time with the correct coach. Last slide, I think. Yeah, so we make government contracting easy, and because you are here today with our teams, I do want to say that if you do sign up, if you want to work with us, we want to give you a special promotional offer that if you do work with us on a pricing, we are able to offer a certification free of charge if you work with us on a pricing package. So that's something Vendorship wants to offer to our team's members today. Okay, so definitely to talk to us. I showed you the opportunity, I showed you the money available, but are you the fit? Are you an ideal fit or a good fit is something you have to decide. So thank you so much again for all the attention, and reach out to us. My team member Madhu Parikh is also here, operations manager. Reach out to us if you need any help. Enga kuda work pandringlo illayo, doesn't matter. Find your space in the government, because space exists. Okay? Thank you. Mika nandri. Enjoy your day today.